trying to stay competitive in today's photography world. How do we do that? We got 3 miles, guys. Let's do it. So, how do you stay competitive in photography's new world? I call it the new world because I'm gonna be honest with you here. I've been doing photography for over 20 years, but things have changed. You know, you don't just go out and take a picture and say, hey, buy my work. It doesn't happen anymore. Today, photography is really about networking, social media, romancing your audience, so to speak. Because let's be real here. The photography market is saturated. Absolutely saturated with photographers. So how do you stay ahead? How do you stand apart from the rest of the competition? Number one, don't think of them as competition. This is gonna sound weird, right? Like, what? If you think about competition, your brain automatically assumes, hey, I've got to beat the other guy. I've got to be better. That's the wrong attitude to have. It's the wrong mental stability to have as a photog, as a shooter. You don't think about it in this region, but we have at least 100 to 200 photogs. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but it really is for this region. This is Oregon and Washington and British Columbia. We just kind of roast each other. We don't even think of each other as competition. Instead, we're just friendly competitors, really. If we even want to call each other that. A lot of us are just friends, colleagues, you know. We see each other's beautiful work and you're saying, and you look at their work, it's like, damn, that's a great shot. Why didn't I get that shot? And then what we try to do then is we try to collaborate and connect. And it's all for one goal, really. You know, it's all to spread that vision, that love that we have for our home. And isn't that really what you're trying to do? You're trying to spread that love, that passion you have. You know, why taint that with trying to be competitive and trying to wipe out the other guy? This is what I'll see a lot of photogs starting to do these days. Be nice. Be nice. Number two, research. Review. That would be my advice for number two. Why research? Well, here's the thing. Google and the internet are a valuable resource. These are resources that the great Galen Roll would have loved. Ansel Adams would have absolutely died over. The amount of research and accessibility that we have as photographers today is enormous. It's stunning how much information we can grab on the internet. It's a powerful tool, guys. It's one of the most powerful tools you can have as a photographer. When you're able to research, very simply, you can find spots, you can find other compositions that, you know, may not have occurred to you. And then you can put your own spin on it. And automatically, that eliminates your competition right there. If you're able to put a new spin on something that's unique to you, you've blown your competition out of the water. Simple as that. Yes, but you're thinking, Paul, here's the thing. I'm gonna catch my breath for a minute. I've taken a fresh composition, I've researched the hell out of something, and some schmuck comes along and steals it. That's the name of the game. You can't stop it. But here's the thing, all right? It's having that mindset. It's having that ability and confidence to say, you know what? I went out of my way to research something, to find a new composition, to find something fresh and unique to me that I can add to my portfolio. And that's all I need to do. If you're happy with the work that you produce, in spite of the research that you've done, you're done, man. That's all you need to do. And you move on. You move on to the next great thing. Number three form of advice, I would say, know what's at stake. What do you mean by that? Well, people who come to our area without knowing a sense of respect for the region that we're in. People see what kind of person you are. Think about it. You don't follow a photographer for the shots. I mean, you do, but it's more the personality behind it. It's more the photographer behind it. You want to know what this person's thinking. You want to know his vision in the world. You want to know what he's trying to create, what he or she's trying to do, you know, with their time, this limited time we have. And if you lose that integrity, if you lose that purpose, that vision, why you're doing it, know what's at stake. Know what you're doing with your photography. Know your vision. Know your purpose behind it. I know a lot of photographers who go out just to get a picture. They don't care about the repercussions. They go off trail. They disturb wildlife, trample wildflowers, even something simple as street photography. They go out and they invade people's privacy to get that one picture that will transform their portfolio. In turn, it ruins their reputation. It ruins their photography. It's all about the integrity. It's being who you are. Your photography will soak through, I promise you. Number 4 tip I'm going to give you. Open your mind. And it's pretty simple, really. It kind of goes hand in hand with the next tip I'm going to give you. Open your mind. Be different. Think outside the box. Don't shoot what everyone else is shooting. Now, there's also a caveat to that, too. If you shoot something different, it might not appeal to everybody. Everyone, think about it. Everyone is so used to seeing, you know, El Capitan at sunset or Death Valley, Salt Flats. You know, everyone's so used to those typical shots, the money shots, so to speak, that when you give something fresh, people don't really know how to be receptive to it. And I'll be honest, it's kind of a risk, because you may or may not lose engagement or success on that particular photograph. But here's the thing. If you're shooting when everyone else is shooting, what's the point? What is the point of shooting everything that everyone else is shooting? You know, anyone can do these pictures, but it really takes an open mind, an open eye, you know, to do something different, you know, shoot something different, be different. And that leads me to tip number 5. Be you. As simple as that. And it's probably the most valuable piece of advice I could give you in terms of staying with your competition or even staying above your competition. Because here's the thing, we're all different. We all have different mindsets. We all have different skills, you know, personalities. We're all different. And if you try to be the same kind of photographer, if you try to do the same kind of work, produce the same kind of work, the same kind of vision that, I don't know, a lot of other photogs are doing, then you might as well just lose your identity in the process, you know. It's fine to emulate work. It's fine in the beginning. That's fine. That's how you get inspired, you know. But once you start getting established and start knowing the ins and outs, then start being you. Start being different. And that's by far the best thing you can do, is to be you. Why? No one else can be you. Simple as that. No one can replicate your work. Nobody can replicate that same vision you have, that same message you're trying to convey. Out of breath again, hold on. They all tie together to stay ahead or with your competition. It all will work out, I promise. At first you may think your work is, I don't know, different, too aloof, but the right people will find your work. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. Stick with it. Love you guys. Comment below. Let me know how I'm doing. If you like this kind of content, let me know how I'm doing. Also follow me at Stanley Paul Photo on Instagram or StanleyPaulPhoto.com. Until next time, guys, thank you so much. Bye-bye.